why don't we just put that one on again?
I think I could pull through, sir.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most rewatchable British movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're repeatedly pressing play on British films that are always just as entertaining as the first time, no matter how often you watch them.
I think we should go back inside. Okay.
Number 10, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. If this isn't the one to watch again and again until you can sing along to every word and every song, we don't know what is. The Rocky Horror Picture Show seems almost specifically made to be experienced multiple times, having created a following happy to go out every year, or every chance they get, to watch it again on the big screen, while dressed as their favourite character.
Such strenuous living, I just don't understand.
And who can blame them? Richard O'Brien's flamboyant musical about sexual liberation, B-movies and science fiction is one of the most entertaining ever made.
I made you, and I can break you just as easily.
Number 9, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. When it comes to animation, Wallace and Gromit are something of a British institution. And when it comes to films most Brits have watched more times than they care to remember, well, this feature-length foray into clay is certainly a fan favourite.
Oh, please, do help yourself.
Oh, thanks.
With creator Nick Park's unique brand of nostalgic comedy and relentless puns as prominent in the Were-Rabbit movie as it is throughout the rest of the series, it's all so brilliantly British. It's almost impossible to get tired of this endlessly charming film.
Gromit, you clever mutt. Well done, old pal.
Number 8, the Bridget Jones franchise. The sequels may not quite stack up to the first film, with the original being such a genre definer, but Bridget Jones remains one of the most watched and popular rom-coms of the 21st century.
Oh, holy Jesus.
An adaptation of Helen Fielding's book, by many considered the model chick-lit novel, the choice to cast Renee Zellweger as the titular character originally raised eyebrows. But the decision has since been labelled as inspired, with the American actress even nailing Bridget's quintessential accent.
I would not have let you do that on a second date.
With memorable quotes at every corner, it just never gets old.
Here I am.
Number 7, Trainspotting. Still Danny Boyle's most famous film, it's arguably also his best. Based on the cult Irvine Welsh novel, Trainspotting is one of those rare movies that, even when you know every line off by heart, you're more than happy to watch it over and over.
Doesn't it make you proud to be Scottish?
It's shite being Scottish!
And it seems to get better with each and every sitting. Though centred on complex, difficult themes ranging from drug abuse to class entrenchment, it's made accessible through relatable characters, brilliant use of Scottish dialogue, ridiculously good music, and inventive direction. Choose life, choose this film. Number 6, Snatch. This twisting rollercoaster of a Cockney gangster movie hasn't aged a day, even though it's been years since it was released.
What? She's the pikey.
The stylish second feature from Guy Ritchie, who had already proven his worth with his debut classic London crime flick Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, features a clever script with punchy, quotable dialogue, as well as outstanding performances from a star-studded cast, which includes Brad Pitt and Jason Statham.
You can't give him a drink. It's not for him, it's for me.
Frank, fun, and occasionally furious, it's one of the most full-on rides in modern British cinema.
Did it have a shade?
Number 5, Alien. The cinematic founding father of modern horror sci-fi makes for as compelling and thrilling a watch today as it did when it was first dropped 40 years ago.
My God.
And it doesn't matter how many times we see that thing burst out of John Hurt's chest, the guts, gore, and glory simply never gets old.
Oh, God!
With a tight, tension-riddled script, Ridley Scott's influential direction at its very peak, fantastic performances by a stellar cast, and iconic, incredibly inventive creature design from the master H.R. Giger, the original Alien remains a cinematic milestone. Number 4, Skyfall. Few long-running movie series are as eminently rewatchable as the 007 films. When they're good, James Bond flicks are really good. From intense car chases to the iconic laser trap, with some parkour thrown in for good measure, there's never a dull moment. And Skyfall, director Sam Mendes' debut at the helm of the franchise, brought the epic feel of Bond movies to a whole new level.
Take the bloody shot!
Slick, sophisticated, and ultra-contemporary, it retains the dry humour that has been a trademark of the character since he was portrayed by Sean Connery.
Were you expecting an exploding pen? We don't really go in for that anymore.
Number 3, Shaun of the Dead. The movie that marked the start of the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy became a classic pretty much from the moment it hit our screens.
It's not the end of the world.
Edgar Wright's horror comedy, co-written with lead star Simon Pegg and also starring Pegg's frequent collaborator Nick Frost, brought the trio well-deserved international fame and boosted their careers, as well as the zombie genre as a whole.
Okay, John, it's time at the bar.
And Shaun of the Dead still remains as one of the best takes on the living dead since the renaissance of these flesh-eating ghouls began in the early noughties. Now, how about that pint?
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
Number 2, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's hard to pick just one Monty Python movie to watch again and again, but if we really had to, it'd be this one.
But the Grail! Where is the Grail?
The Holy Grail is one of the troupe's finest ever efforts, and could just be one of the funniest films ever made. And another that's forever quotable too.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary. 'Tis but a scratch.
Made between the 3rd and 4th series of Flying Circus, this was the first Monty Python feature to draw on entirely new material, spoofing the Arthurian legend and reaching some of the highest and weirdest peaks of British comedy.
When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Yes, brave Sir Robin turned about and gallantly he chickened out.
Number 1, the Harry Potter franchise. For anyone born in the 90s, Harry Potter is a rare case of a book and film series that grew alongside its audience.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
And so, J.K. Rowling's Wizard School fantasy saga is a cherished memory for an entire generation worldwide. And these film adaptations are the movies we return to whenever we possibly can. Harry, Hogwarts, magic, muggles, and a full-scale fantasy war against evil, this particular universe is simply stacked with creation, invention, imagination, and excitement.
Is that a student?
Technically, it's a ferret.
It's always a treat to return to Hogwarts, and your next Potter marathon should never be too far away.
Meanwhile, I'd like a nice cup of tea or a large brandy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.